Here's another one, and this actually came about in a hand I was playing a few weeks ago, and this was a three no trump contract here, and they led on opening lead. They led the three of spades. I've got the jack 8 6 in dummy and the ace 7 in my hand. Now let's suppose I decide to play low from dummy. There's a lot to be said for playing low here, although we can discuss that further if you wish. So I played low from dummy, and my right hand opponent played the king. And again, this is 3 no trump here, and you've got to choose what are you going to play from your hand. And this is the last poll I'm going to be asking you today. Should you play the ace or should you play the 7? So have a little think. The contract is 3 no trump. They've led the 3 of spades. And here is your last question. What are you going to play? I could have an option of don't know, but there's not much point really. Okay, I think nearly everyone has answered. Let me end the poll and share the results with you. And it's fairly even here. 44% have gone for the ace and 56% have gone for the 7. Well, let's think about it. They've led, presumably, their fourth highest spade here. And when the king is played, can you see that it makes it virtually certain that the queen of spades is on your left? They've led that as their best suit. Presumably they have the queen. And can you see that if you beat the king with your ace, you should make a second trick with your jack? You're not going to play this suit, of course. And normally when you have a weak suit with just one stopper, you would think about ducking. But here, I hope you can see it works out much better to beat the king with your ace, because the layout is almost certainly something like this. They've led their fourth highest, the king has lost to the ace, and now, because you've got the jack in dummy, and you're pretty certain that the queen of spades is on your left, you should be able to make a second trick here. So beat the king with your ace and go about your other business. When the opponents get back in, they'll be able to take the queen of spades, but if they do that, it will promote your jack and you'll be able to make a second trick. Any comments on that? Any questions? I hope you'll follow it and follow the logic of that this is actually what happened, and it actually makes it's much better to beat the king here because it will almost certainly guarantee you a second trick there. Let's have actually look at at a hand, and actually I want to look at a hand that was played recently. This was played last week on Friday the 13th. It was bad luck for some, and this was board 13. Now, most people here, I think, opened 1 no trump with the south hand. It probably went pass, 1 no trump, and it actually worked out well for East-West to let them play it in 1 no trump, because those who played it in 1 no trump generally went down by 3 tricks here. 1 no trump went down 3, which was a good score for East-West. One person did make 1 no trump, which we may look at in a moment, but most people played it in 1 no trump and did not do well. Okay, and everyone who played it in 1 no trump made a mistake as declarer. I looked at the different hands it was played. This is the hand here. Everyone who was defending against 1 no trump led a spade. Everyone played low from dummy. The queen was played, and what should declarer play from their hand? It's not the, it's the ace, isn't it? And no one did. Everyone who played this played low, played the 10 here, and they only made one spade as a result. This is how it went on one of the tables. They played the 10. Of course, they carry on with a spade. You have to play your ace, and now you're wide open in spades. This particular declarer played a diamond. It lost to the 10, and East was now able to play a spade, and West got in and took the remaining spades. If you go back to the beginning, right, you can see that at this point here, you should definitely play your ace, because it not only gives you another trick, it gives you a stopper, it gives you a second stopper. So the right play here is, of course, to beat the ace, beat the queen with your ace, and now you've got the 10 and the jack left, and the opponents will not be able to run the suit. You'll give you another trick. So you'll make at least one more trick if you beat the queen with your ace. And that's what no one did when this was played, and it's what you definitely should have done there. Okay? Any comments on that? Anyone have any questions? So if you played this in One No Trump last week as South, do have a look at this and try and persuade yourself of the merit in beating the... I mean, there are two things to get right here. One is to play low from dummy, which everyone did, and the second one, which no one did, is to beat the queen with your ace. You can see, according to the computer, you still will struggle to make One No Trump, but you'll make one more trick if you play your ace here. Okay. Anyone have any comments or questions on that? You've been very quiet. I hope you will follow me. There was one hand where they actually made One No Trump on this one, and they really shouldn't have. This went as follows. Again, One No Trump. They led a spade. The queen was played, and declarer made the mistake of letting the queen win. But this defender did not carry on in spades, and that's definitely a mistake. 9 times out of 10, your partner leads a suit and you win the trick, you should lead that suit back, unless you can see that you have something much better to do yourself. So here, East didn't play a spade back. In fact, they made another mistake, which was to cash the ace of hearts. Just playing your aces on nothing is nearly always a bad choice, and here it really helps declarer set up the hearts. They then made another mistake. They played the queen of clubs, which is, again, a very poor choice, because you've got the queen 10-9, and you can see the jack in dummy. You're helping declarer make a trick with the jack here by playing that. Declarer actually let them win that, but then when they played a heart, this really helps declarer. Declarer took the king, played the jack, and then played the diamonds. Yeah, again here, when the diamond is played, I think West has discarded a diamond. I wouldn't play the queen there. That's pretty pointless. You may as well take your ace there. You're just making life easy for declarer by playing the queen. They played a diamond, and finally West got in. And West led a spade here, but declarer now has a stopper in spades because the opponents didn't play spades earlier. Actually, this declarer played an odd card from dummy because they could see they've got to play the ace. They actually played the jack, which is not really a good thing to do, but they won the ace, and now they can be able to cash their diamonds, and the ace of clubs, and the rest of the clubs were good too, and they actually made 8 tricks. So They should have really only made 4 tricks there. It should have been down 3, but Declarer was able to make an over trick there. Okay. Any comments on that one? So that was the basic thing I wanted to talk about today. Think about your play at trick 1. With equal honours here, it's good to play low, but very often it's a good idea. Think about whether to beat an honour if it may promote a trick for your side, as on this occasion. All right. If there are no questions, we'll end the talk there, and you can leave unless you have something to ask. But I would just ask you if you wish to, let me just stop the recording. If you wish to, I'm going to stop sharing the screen with you.